Hi there, thanks for stopping by. I love to make recipes that are not only delicious, but quick and easy to make. And that's what we have for you today, beef stroganoff. That is one pot, ground beef stroganoff. So it's a very easy recipe, but delicious. So follow along. Let's get started. Okay, these are the ingredients that you need. We need about 1 pound of ground beef, about 8 ounces of mushrooms, preferably fresh, but I didn't have any, so I had some in the freezer. I'm going to have to drain the water off of those. And then 1 onion, about a medium onion that's sliced pretty thin, and then I chopped it. About 4 cups of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, about 12 ounces of egg noodles. You could also use rice if you prefer rice. Some chives for garnish. About 1/2 teaspoon of both salt and pepper. And then 2 cloves of garlic that have been minced. 3 tablespoons of flour. And 1/2 cup of sour cream. So let's go ahead and go to the stove and get started browning the hamburger. Okay, before we brown the hamburger, we're actually going to cook the mushrooms. So we'll go ahead and add our oil to our pot that's been heating, about a tablespoon. As soon as it's shimmery, then we'll go ahead and add mushrooms and just a little bit of salt. The salt helps to dry them out. And we'll cook those until they're just a little tender. If you were using fresh, you would cook them until they start turning brown. Just about a minute or so. And then I'll add another tablespoon of oil and then add the onions and salt and pepper. Now we'll continue cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes until until the onions are tender and lightly browned. Then we'll add the beef. Okay, our onions are browning nicely, so we'll go ahead and add our garlic quick before we add the beef. Now our beef. We're just going to cook until the beef is completely browned. Okay, our ground beef has been browned, and we will add in the flour now. And stir that in well, and let it cook for about a minute just to cook the flour. This will be a little bit of a thickener. Okay, now we're going to add our our chicken broth. Because I have unsalted broth, I'm going to go ahead and add a little more salt. When it's just ready to boil, we'll add our noodles. I'm going to add a little more chicken broth. Okay, I added about 2 more cups of chicken broth and a little more salt. I added about another 1/2 teaspoon of salt to make sure that it's plenty of flavor. And we'll cook that for about 12 to 15 minutes or until the noodles are about done. And then we'll turn off the heat. Okay, we've turned off the burner. I cooked the noodles for about 15 minutes. I don't really like the noodles to be too al dente. I like them a little more done. So just cook them until to your preference. Now we'll go ahead and add those mushrooms that have been waiting over here and our sour cream. And we'll stir that in real well. And then it's ready to serve. Our stroganoff is finished. I've added a few chives just for extra flavor and some garnish, and it smells delicious. It will be very tasty. And I also love a dish that's easy to make and quick. So this fits the bill for all of those. So check out the recipe down below with all the instructions, and please like and subscribe to the channel and come back again for more videos. See you soon. Bye now.